Listen, y'all, I was doing some journaling and I was reflecting because the end of an era is near, okay? The end of a decade for me is near. I'm doing good. Don't worry about my mental health. I'm doing great. So in 2 weeks, literally 2 weeks from the moment I am recording this video, I am turning 30 years old. It took me 28 years to get comfortable with the idea of turning 30. You could not tell me when I was younger that 30 wasn't old. 30 always felt like a deadline for me. I always felt like I had to have the husband, the children, the house, the cars, the money, the success, the happiness by 30. Around 28, that's when I started realizing the girls in their 30s are out here having a ball. They are out here having a blast. They are deciding when they're going to have children. They are deciding that they're going to marry the right man. They are deciding to take the time to build careers and, you know, enjoy life. And I think 30 is gonna be good to me, okay? I have learned some things in my 20s that have made me a better me, a better person, a better friend, a better daughter, a better partner. And so I'm excited to take those things into this next phase of my life, into the next 10 years of my life, and actually apply them, keep applying them, keep learning, and keep growing. I'm excited to see what 30 hitting for. And we ain't gonna talk about that 30-year-old body. She bodying. Can't fit the jeans no more, okay? All right, let me stop playing. Now, let me be clear. This is not like some cardinal rules or something that the girls gotta live by in their 20s. It's not. These are literally just 20 things that I learned in my 20s that I am going to share with someone in hopes that maybe it'll help you. All right, so we're gonna do a part 1 and a part 2 to this video because I don't want the video to be too long and too drawn out. So we're gonna do the first 10 things and then part 2 will be the second 10 things. I also broke it down into 4 categories. What? So the first category is gonna be personal growth and development. The second thing is gonna be career and professional development. The third thing is gonna be financial literacy and responsibility. And then the fourth thing is going to be relationships and life balance, but we're gonna talk about those 2 in part 2. All right, so let's get into it. 20 things I learned in my 20s, starting with personal growth and development. Number 1 at the top of the list is take accountability. Take accountability for yourself, for your life, for your emotions, for your reactions. The sooner you learn how to take accountability for your life and the way your life is and the way your life is turning out, the sooner you take back your power. Stop blaming other people and other things for the way your life is turning out, for the way you react to things, for the way you feel about things. No one has the power to make you mad, to make you upset, to make you sad, to piss you off. You and only you have control over your emotions. And the quicker you learn that and realize, the more peace you will have. Like Miley Cyrus said, baby, life is what you make it, okay? The sooner you learn that your life is nothing but the results of decisions you made, the sooner you will stop blaming your childhood, your parents, your upbringing, your traumas on the way that your life turned out. And the sooner you will take back control over your life and make better decisions so that life can turn out the way you want it to turn out. I'm not saying that those things do not contribute in making life harder, right? They definitely can make life harder for you, but you are solely responsible for what happens to you. Like, once your parents have raised you and you're in your 20s and up and you're an adult, from there it's on you. So if you don't want life to turn out a certain way for you, you have to make decisions so that you start going in the direction that you want to go in and not in the opposite direction. Take accountability for your life. It's probably going to be the best thing you can ever do for yourself. Number 2, and probably the most important thing, it could develop a relationship with God. I'm staying with God because that's what I believe in. I believe in God. I believe there is one God, one true God. But whatever religion, whatever spirituality you're on, whatever you believe in, develop it. Spend time growing that, okay? Develop your relationship with God. So in your 20s, you probably think, right, that if you decide to follow God and to submit to God, that you are going to like somehow miss out on all that your 20s is supposed to be. I am so sorry to bust the bubble. It's a lie. You're not missing out on nothing. There is nothing in these streets, in this world, that is worth you not having a relationship with God. You won't be giving up anything that isn't already hurting you and isn't already being a detriment to you. Just because you believe in God and you follow God and you submit to his word does not make you this, first of all, it doesn't make you this goody two-shoe Christian, because I'm telling you, it don't happen overnight. The things that God tell you not to do, it's not even like, when I don't even want to do too much. You're not missing out on nothing. And if your friends decide they don't want to be your friends no more because you decided you want to build your relationship with God and follow God, then them wasn't your friends to begin with. You know what I found when I decided to build my relationship with God? So did my friends. So now we're all building our relationship with God together. I think everyone gets to that point in their older life where they decide like, okay, now is the time for me to build my relationship with God. Why wait? Why wait until your 30s and 40s to build a relationship with God? Why not start in your 20s? Like, when I tell you there's no difference, you're not missing out on anything. Like, that's all I can really say, because I think I know I used to think that I would be like missing out on something. Like, man, it's so ghetto. Like, all right, so number 3, build your confidence and your belief in yourself. I think how you feel about yourself is one of the, if not the most important thing that is going to either make your life easier or harder. I went through some of my toughest mental battles in my 20s. I realized that it always rooted back to me not believing in myself, not having good self-confidence, not having good self-esteem. Like, I was my worst critic, and like I beat myself down so much and so bad that I started like no longer believing that I could be successful in anything that I decided to do. I didn't think I was good enough. I didn't think I was smart enough. I didn't think I was cool enough. I didn't think I was pretty enough. I didn't think I was worthy. Like, I stopped loving myself. I gave up on everything that I did. Anything that I started, I would never see it through, because deep down inside, I didn't think that I was gonna be good at it or successful at it. And this is coming from somebody who, like, naturally, I was just good at everything I did growing up. Like all of that just changed for me, and I feel like it just made life 10 times harder than it needed to be. No matter how much my family, my friends, my significant other, no matter how much they told me like how smart I was, how proud they are of me, how beautiful I am, like, none of it mattered, because I didn't feel that way about myself. If you don't love yourself, if you don't trust yourself, if you don't believe in yourself, like, you really have nothing. Nothing no one else says is gonna do anything for you. It's gonna take a lot of that from other people to even like satisfy you for a moment, and it's not a solution. Most importantly, if you don't love yourself, like literally, if you don't love yourself, you can't let somebody else love you, because you will just always feel like you're not worthy of the love that they're giving you, and you're gonna ultimately end up self-sabotaging. So focus on building your confidence and believing in yourself and trusting in yourself. Number 4, take the time to develop yourself into the person that you want to be. So when you think about yourself in your 30s, 40s, 50s, the life you want to live, the job you want to have, the house you want to have, the car you want to drive, the way you want to dress, the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you carry yourself, like when you envision that person in the future, in your 20s, start developing yourself and setting yourself up to become that person. So think about it, like the decisions you make, the moves you make in your 20s, is that pushing you closer towards the person that you want to be, or is it taking you in the other direction? And that can happen in so many different ways, right? So let's say, for example, you decide you want to be a full-time content creator. That is what you envision for your life. That is what you see yourself doing. When you think about it, you smile, you get happy, right? But you decide to go to college. Going to college and then majoring in like pre-med biology, what does that do for the person that you want to be in the future? Nothing. You're gonna graduate from college with this degree in biology with a track that is supposed to take you straight into medical school, but you know deep down inside you want to be a full-time content creator. So that's taking you further away from what you really want. You want to be pushing yourself closer to becoming that person. So go to college. No one's saying not to go to college. Go to college, right? But major in something that aligns a little bit more with what you see your future self doing. Whether that is marketing, right? If you're gonna be on social media, you need to know how to market yourself. Marketing, mass communications, that could be video production. Like there's so many different things you can major in college that more align with what you want to do. And then while you're in college, start a YouTube channel, start vlogging your college experience. Like get started in something that is going to push you closer towards the person you want to become. All right, number 5, I feel like is a big one. Never stop learning. After school, most people turn our brains off, right? And rightfully so. Like to graduate high school, you done did what, 13, 14 years of school, another 4 in college if you decide to do undergrad. That's like 17, 18 years of school altogether. Like when you graduate, you ain't, feel me, trying to be reading a book that was not assigned in the syllabus, honey. But my 20s made me realize that none of the stuff we were learning in school, none of the stuff we were learning in books and taking those tests on, those are not the things that we most use in life. Those are not the life lessons that we needed to learn about. If you weren't taught those things at home, like if you didn't have parents that poured those things into you, then it's up to you to go seek that information for yourself. That can range from so many things, from like emotional intelligence, knowing how to communicate with other people, knowing how to manage money, knowing how to build credit, knowing how to save, knowing how to believe in yourself, knowing how to have confidence, knowing how to establish good habits. Like these are the things, the little lessons in life that just, you know, set you up for success. And it's like no matter what you're doing, just knowing certain things just, you know, better sets you up for success. But we weren't taught those things. So in your 20s, never stop learning. Never stop trying to learn. Nowadays, there is a book, a video on YouTube, an audio book, a podcast about almost anything you can think of. Number 5, this is something that's going to help you with 1 through 4 as well, because like I said, you want to learn how to be a better you, there's a book out there for it. There's a video on YouTube out there for it. You want to learn how to take accountability for your life, there's a book that will teach you. There is a podcast that talks about it. You want to learn how to develop yourself into the woman you want to be, I can't even tell you how many YouTube videos on that topic alone I've watched. There is literally something out there that will teach you on a plethora of things. Never stop learning in order to become the best version of yourself that you can become. And start it in your 20s. Don't wait until your 30s when you already have established bad habits to try to now break them. Start in your 20s so that you're only growing and developing them over time. Imagine what you will be in your 30s. Outside of like books, podcasts, and stuff like that though, I would also recommend getting a mentor. Find someone who is doing the thing that you want to do. Find someone who is the type of person you would like to become, and watch what they're doing. See how they did what they did. Learn from them, grow from them. And sometimes you can pay people to be your mentors, but sometimes you could do what I like to call get you an internet mentor. Like, find the person on the internet who is doing the thing that you want to do, and watch their videos, listen to their podcasts, learn from them. Use discernment, because sometimes people are not really what they put on social media. They're not really that in real life. So do your research and learn, and do your research and use discernment with that. In addition, therapy is a great way to learn how to just become a better you overall. All right, so now we're switching it up and we're getting into career and professional development, and we're gonna come right in with number 6. Build your career now so you can enjoy it later. I know we tend to think like 20s is the time where you mess off and party and have fun and just do you despite the consequences, because you're in your 20s. Take your 20s serious. Like, your 20s, baby, this is when you are youthful. This is when you have the energy to really like go and grind. Use that to really grind and put in the work to build a career, build a business, build the income that you want for yourself. Because when you're 30 and 40 years old, you're gonna be a little bit more tired. And imagine if you really put in the work in those first 10 years between your 20s and your 30s. So now in your 30s, you make the type of money you want to make. You can afford the vacations, you can afford the trips, you can afford to have 3-4 kids, because you took your 20s serious. You buckled down and you put in the work that was needed. And newsflash, just because you out here doing your thing, grinding, it doesn't mean that you don't have a life and you're not gonna make time to have fun. And being in your 30s don't mean that that's your time to sit down. Like, baby, the girls in their 30s are having a blast. This is why I'm excited to become 30. Like, the girls in their 30s are out here having fun. 30 is not like the end all be all. Like, you don't have to sit down in a corner because you're 30. Build your career in your 20s so that you can actually relax and enjoy them in your 30s and your 40s. Enjoy the money you made. Enjoy the work you put in. Don't just jerk off your 20s and then now in your 30s and 40s you trying to catch up. Okay, number 7 is a quote that I hear so often. Consistency is the only cheat code. Be consistent in whatever you choose to do. The only way you are going to see results is by staying consistent. Okay, we do the thing because it's fresh, it's fun, and we're excited. And then when that wears off and you aren't seeing the results that you thought you were going to see or that you want to see, then you quit. That's been me my entire 29 years of existence, especially in my 20s. Stay consistent even when you feel like it's not working. Even when your family and your friends aren't telling you that they're proud of you. Even when your boss passes you up for the promotion. Even when the business is not making no money this month. Stay consistent. Keep putting in the work. Keep working hard. Keep doing what is required. It absolutely will pay off if you stay consistent with it. Some people have been working their ass off for 10 years straight, and after the 10th year is when it took off and became this $1 million idea. Stay consistent. Stay consistent, stay consistent, stay consistent. I'm talking to myself, but I'm telling y'all, believe in yourself. Whatever you decided that you wanted to do, believe in it. Believe in yourself that you can do it, and stay consistent. You absolutely will see the results of your hard work. Now that point brings me right into number 8. Success does not happen overnight. We are so oversaturated with all of people's wins and their successes, and they're making money and they're doing this and they're doing that. Like, social media has absolutely ruined it for us. I struggle with it myself, so I really feel bad for the generations to come. But just keep in mind that what people post on social media is literally just a glimpse and a highlight of the good stuff that is happening in their life. I know it is easy to fall into the trap of, like, you know, wanting that success that you see and wondering, like, when is it going to happen for you? When is it going to be your turn? But listen, when you plant a seed, you have to give it time to grow. You can't plant a seed and expect it to sprout into this beautiful flower overnight. It's not going to happen. Plant the seed, stay consistent in watering it, and give it time. Be patient. Let it bloom. Things are never going to happen overnight. Be patient. Your time is coming. Number 9, do good business. Your network is your net worth. No matter what route you decide to go, whether it's entrepreneurship or traditional job, 9-to-5 corporate world, make sure you are moving with integrity in everything that you do. Make sure you are treating people right. Treat people the way you want to be treated. People will always remember the way you treated them and the way you made them feel, especially when it involves a transaction that involves money. You want to be able to build solid relationships with people, because 90% of the time, it's almost always who you know and not what you know. What you know is going to get you in some places, but who you know is going to open more and bigger doors for you. Second, build relationships with people who know more than you, who make more than you, who have more experience than you. Those are going to be the people that you go to for guidance and for help in order to help you get to the next level. They've already done it. They've already been through it. They already built the business. They know what they're talking about. Again, use your discernment. But those are going to be the people that are going to help you get to the next level. You know what they say? It's 5 millionaires in the room. You're bound to become the 6th one. And my last point for this video, number 10, it's okay to start over or to pivot. Everything isn't gonna always happen the way that you want it to or that you hope it does. And as you're navigating your career in your 20s, things will change, circumstances will change, you will change, your desires will change. And it's okay to make pivots in your career. It is okay to start over. Don't let having to start over or to change paths make you feel like a failure. I've had the luxury of meeting some in real life, but literally just a quick Google search will show you millionaires who lost it all. I'm talking about had millions and lost it all and then build it back up to millions. Just remind yourself, if I did it once, I can do it again. Unless God calls you home and you ain't breathing no more, it's never the end and it's never too late. All right, that wraps it for this video. We went over the first 10 things of the 20 things I learned in my 20s. Listen, I think I'm qualified. I think I'm qualified to talk about it. I think I'm qualified to drop some gems for the girls. You know why? Because I've been there. I've done that. Okay. T-minus 14 days till your girl is 30 years old. Dang. I still gotta let it sizzle on my spirit a little bit, but I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm ready. Check on me on the 28th to see how I'm doing. Guys, give me a thumbs up if you like this video. If you have gone through your 20s and you have some additional gems that you can drop for our 20-year-olds, leave some down in the comments. If you are in your 20s and you are starting to learn and experience and some of these resonate with you, drop those down below. Let me know what those are, which ones resonated with you. I'm gonna be back next week with numbers 11 through 20. We'll get into that next week, but damn, I'm gonna be 30. I need to go sit on that for a while. I'll see y'all next week with another one.